first interview at this time, so are we
I
recording?
just put it on if that's okay.
Okay.
Should I start it after?
No, I think we can, yeah. So, we have a list of questions. So, Ms. Julia, how long have you been on the island?
How long have I been on the island?
Or how long have you lived here?
That's a good one. It was, right now, I'm 50. In between my 50 years, I lived 10 years on the mainland. Yeah. And that was in between the age of 8 and 18.
Okay, so your young youth, you weren't here during your young youth, okay?
Exactly. In between 8 and 18, I was on the mainland. I lived those 10 years with my aunt over there. But I would be back and forth on the holidays and certain vacations and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So what do you remember those first 8 years of your life?
Growing up, being on Utila, we live in Sandy Bay at the time. It's what I could, my memories goes back with my grandfather. My mother had her house in the same property there. So it was actually fun growing up. We was all the time barefoot. One of the things we remember, that was like fun when it rained, going to the swamp with the fiddler crabs. And we had a lot of fun actually. We played all day. I remember my grandfather he used to go down into the lagoon and cut logs for people building their house. That was his job. And he would always bring a fish. I remember he'd come back and fry a fish and give us some fried beans with fish and fritters and cinnamon tea. So that was the fun part of having him come back in between 11 and 1 o'clock. He made us that meal every day. And that was fun. And I remember not wanting to drink the tea all the time. He said, no, you have to drink that cinnamon tea. He said, that's going to help your stomach. That's going to make you feel so much better. And you're going to be able to digest the food. And okay. Yeah, I remember that. What else? And it was nice. The people, the neighborhood, we all got together pretty well. I don't remember major conflict of, interest or anything like that there at the time.
Permiso.
And
Say, permiso, hi. Let's say that from fastly. Be doing her chewing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You be able to
good.
edit,
Yeah,
Okay.
to take out.
Yeah, so that was it, actually, because at the time, I was 6, 7, my mother, she did laundry for people, so she got up and went and did her work. And then there was a fish fry truck. I know she used to had a little job cleaning Kong factory somewhere up on the point there. So we didn't see her till the evening time when she got back. And then she'd sell her loto on the book, the chica, what do you call that? So that was her functioning most of the time. At that time, I don't know how much memories of my father. I know he wasn't here, but he was offshore working. But I don't know how much memories really if he was or not. That's what I was told.
He was a fisher or does he know?
He worked like electrical, engineering on the boat and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's what I was told. And no longer than today, I met someone that looked at me and he asked me, who you for? And I told him my mother name, and he mentioned my father name. And I said, you knew him? He said, oh yeah. He said, we worked together before the INE. We're here doing some electrical running wires on the main street. When it was, I guess, a private company before INE came in. And he did a lot of work with him, so he, I said, well, I gotta take you up on some more information on that part of me that I don't have much of.
Well, that's a memory, because that's 40 years ago, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so Miss Julia, what is your current occupation at this time?
Right now, I work in this office where we are. It's the called OMM, Oficina Municipal de la Mujer, Municipal Women Office. So this is actually the social aspect of the government, the local government here in Utila. And we deal a lot with women issues like domestic violence. There are several types of violence into the violence area and stuff. And I'm not getting much domestic violence. I'm getting more, what do you call it? Violencia alimenticia. Like they need more help from the men's for supporting the kids.
Yeah.
You know,
Child support.
child support. Yeah, we getting much more of that complaining than. I mean, the violence is there. It's high, but it's more that area right now they're focused on. And so when there are situations that really can't anymore, we try to see with the mayor how we could assist them and help with maybe a little bit of food, and also empowering women by giving them an opportunity to, if there's something they wanna like learn or get better at, or bring workshops and keep them occupied or be a little more professional at what they do and stuff. So we kind of project that to the community, that they could, how a couple of them comes in constantly, so I could keep pressuring the husband or the ex to provide the food, and I think it's helping in a way, but I have to work hard because, oh man, I said, those are your kids. You need to help them. She can't anymore. What she's making is not enough to pay rent and electricity. That's barely is enough, and it's constant. I have like 3 women constantly comes up here asking me to call them or send them a message or something like that. And the judge has been really helpful too with me when calling them in and getting the word out there. So basically.
So how do you think that the island has changed since you came back 30 years ago? Or from time when you left, that you remember, walking barefooted, drinking that cinnamon tea, and then when you came back, what change did you see? And now, 30 years ago, what is the other change that you can?
Yeah, when I left at the age of 8 and came back at the age of 17, 18, yeah, it changed. Not much as it has changed since
The last 20 years.
Yes, since the last 20, 30 years. Yeah, that's been the biggest change for this island. So when I get back at 18, Utila was still the nice Utila. You know, you woke up in the morning and you walk down the road and the song was, hello, good morning, how are you? Hello, good morning, how are you? You had to say that to everyone. Yeah, you know, and everyone said it back to you too. So that was like a song all the way down the road. Now you don't get that. You get a smile from some people. You don't. Some people you don't get any, and sometimes you get some really mad, bitter face on the people, and I'm like, wow, that's a big change. So that describes a lot of what's, you know, going on, actually. The infrastructure, it was kept up pretty well. It has changed a lot now, the last 30 years. Yeah, the style, the maintenance is a little different now. Yeah, in between the town area, you know.
Now that you mentioned infrastructure, you mentioned that your grandfather used to cut logs to build. So, do we still cut logs to build in infrastructure wise? What has been the change that you can just, you know, something that is like really outstanding in the infrastructure in the island?
Yeah.